Okay, yes, I'm live, but it's interesting that I am live with no camera. Hello, everyone. Good to have you. I hope everybody is well. Right, I don't have access to this feature, which is interesting. I do pray and hope that I am able to broadcast and you can catch me. I am trying to get used to this new YouTube live feature, but today maybe you will have to manage me with and just audio for now. If you happen to be on, can you say hello? Can you invite other people to join us? It looks to me that I should have enabled something that I didn't quite do. That will be managed going forward. But hi, good to see you. I'm trying to find any other way to get in, and I cannot find any way to get in. So join me, share this to people. Okay. Tell people I am live. And this evening's live feature is actually on YouTube as a radio presentation because my camera has not been enabled, but it's okay. It is a learning curve. We will work on it. We will treat this as a podcast. Those of you who know me, you know me already. You know what I look like. So nothing has changed. Right, if you've turned up here and you've not followed the YouTube page, please, can you subscribe to the YouTube? Can you tell people that I am beginning to go live here? This feature is called YouTube Thursdays. Hi, Third Eye. Hi, good to see you. This is YouTube Thursday. On YouTube on Thursdays, I will be here to have conversations about the usual stuff I talk about. It's a pure English broadcast, so you can invite anybody of your choice and tell the person to join in. They will understand what we're discussing. And the main focus would be on personal development, as is typical of me. There are many things to discuss on this agenda. There are many truths about progress that I want to raise consciousness about. But I want to start today inviting all of you who come to watch it, especially those of you who are not great YouTubers like me. I am not the greatest of the YouTubers. I am actually a Facebooker. But I've decided to come here as a YouTuber to work on developing this platform for myself and my audience and making sure that I diversify my offerings. If you've not subscribed, I have put the link to the channel. I don't know how you found it here. Maybe you saw some of the ads for this particular video and followed it here. But once you are here, can you click on the link in the video? I would also put in the description later on. Join this channel. Make sure you've saved this time on Thursday as YouTube Thursday with Amma. And we will be discussing progressive topics that help you, topics that help those of you who are content creators to also help your audiences. We will start with why it's important to do things and do things the right way. So I have been on YouTube for a long time, as long as I've been on Facebook. But just to put things in perspective for you, my Facebook page is 174,000 followers. My YouTube page is 3,800, I think. subscribers. Why? Because Facebook has been the focus of my attention. It's been where I have concentrated my resources, my time. And because that's where I have concentrated my resources and my time, that's where I have taken gains. YouTube is not something that happens accidentally. If you want to YouTube and do it properly, you will have to go through a few things. Some of the things that I need to put across for some people to pick up is the fact that this is not something that happens accidentally. People will not come to your channel accidentally. People will come to your channel when you've invited them. They will come when you've prepared for them. They will come when your lead magnets are out. And the question becomes then, how do you lead magnet and what tools can you use to help yourself? Okay, I need you to learn some tools and some tricks with me as we go along. I have just joined something that I'm going to use to try and help me with the kind of videos I make, help me with the kind of content I curate, and how I get that content organized. I've just joined this today, but it's been very important to see the information they put available to people who want to create content. And I am incredibly proud to share that with you in the links. So in the links, you should see the https://ammanson. That's my link. Please click on that an account. Let's learn how to do these things together. You can expect on to share tools and tricks with you, as long as talk to you about the mindset change agenda. The mindset change agenda is really important to me because until the mind shifts, the rest of your behaviors looking for doesn't come. The reason why progress wasn't made in the first place is because your attitude probably was not right for progress. And your attitude wasn't right because your mind was not set in the way in which it can be conducive. I think a couple of days ago or so, and today on YouTube, I have shared my video on learned helplessness. I have talked about this topic with people. I get people who come to me with, oh my God, I had no idea. Some of the people in your life, those who claim to love you, those who enable you, they come covered in love, but they are poisonous. They are people who will stunt your growth. They are people who will stifle your progress in the name of love. And because they shroud themselves in love, you'll be blindsided. Typically, you would not know these people actually hold you back because they don't allow you to spring forward, to review where things have gone wrong, to take control. You must take control. You must take responsibility in order to be able to move forward. And when you understand this simple thing, we are ready to make progress. One of the books that I love to read, and those of you who have worked with me for a while, you will know that I am a fan of Mark Manson, The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. That book is a favorite of mine because it goes through some of the mindset ideological shit had as children. Yeah. And it goes about, there is a chapter on responsibility or fault fallacy. If you have the book and you want to check it out, you will start reading the book from page 95. I read this with my subscribers and members, and we walk through this. But those of you who are watching on the main channel, I am quite willing to share some with you. Now, one of the expressions which was flipped, it was flipped totally round, and that was transformational in my head, is this expression: with great power comes great responsibility. This is something many people know. It's not a new invention. With great power comes great responsibility. And most of us subscribe to this version of it. And we use this to apparently hold people in power, accountable. We want them to feel responsible for us. We use it to blackmail people who have become successful because they've become successful, you don't realize that you are actually responsible for everything that happens to you. It isn't somebody who has great power who is responsible for you. It is actually poor little you who has the first and most important responsibility to yourself. And if you don't like how things are going, it is you who owes yourself the responsibility of taking drastic action to change the course of this particular thing, whatever it happens to be that you don't like. In the flipped mindset, Manson, on page 96 of his book, actually changes the expression from "with great power comes great responsibility," and the new flipped mindset says "with great power comes great responsibility." With great power comes responsibility is the old expression. And the new flipped way around this is with great responsibility comes great power. Do you understand? You have had to create that greater responsibility for yourself. And once you create that greater responsibility for self, with that great responsibility for yourself will come great power over the things that have an impact on your life. When you accept that the odds are actually controlled by you, your actions, into your own hands for your own life. Go through it one more time because I know it's a great breakthrough moment for some people. With great power comes great responsibility. No, that's the old thing. At the moment, that needs to flip to with great responsibility comes great power. With great responsibility, power. The more you choose to accept responsibility in your own life, the more power you will exercise over your life. Accepting responsibility for our problems is the very first step towards solving them. Do you understand? It is not somebody external who's making you feel a particular way. It is you who's enabling that person external to control how you feel. It is not somebody external who controls the poverty you feel. It is you who controls the streams of income and outgoings. And if you balance these two things in the right direction, you will suddenly discover that regardless of the interest rates, regardless of the inflation rate, regardless of the unemployment rate, wherever you happen to find yourself, your pocket will feel better because your income expenditure balance has actually been improved by actions. And those actions are taken when you realize that you have this responsibility to yourself. Repeat after me. It is not the interest rate which is the problem. No, you are not poor because of interest rates. It is not even inflation rates responsible for your financial challenges. No. Your financial woes really are not because of witches and wizards from your village. No. It is not even because of limited opportunities created by your parents. In fact, no. Especially those of you above 40, you've been responsible for yourself longer than your parents have been responsible for you. So it's about time we moved away from your parents being responsible for all the difficulties you experience in this life to you taking responsibility for what you actually experience in this life. And the day you realize this is the day you go out and you take absolute control of how much money comes in. And if you are not able to improve how much money comes in, you can at least cut back on some of the money going out. Ding, ding, dong, dong. It is this income expenditure ratio which affects the availability of funds in your pocket. What makes the greatest impact on your lifestyle is your disposable income. And funnily, the disposable income is not directly affected by inflation rates, not directly affected by national unemployment statistics, not really. Not affected directly by bank interest rates, not really. The most significant factors the options that are available to you in this life, what you can and cannot do, where you can and cannot go because of your purchasing power, actually lies. The main thing is to make sure that enough goes out. Your income should exceed your expenditure significantly, so that at every point in time, you do have money disposable, money which is not committed to anything else, money which can be devolved to address emerging emergencies, because those curveballs in life, they do come everybody. You experience emergencies, that's the problem. It's whether you have the ability to respond to them or not. And the ability to respond or otherwise is indicated by the choices you make in how much you have flowing in and how much you have flowing out, and the capacity you build within yourself to be able to control what goes out. There are some people who have significant expenditures, but they're good because their income definitely supersedes the expenditure. This is the real secret of life. We move from with great power comes great responsibility, and we move towards with great power. Repeat after me. With great responsibility comes great power. I would like these sessions to actually be around half an hour, 45 minutes a week. But today in particular, with this being the very first one, I don't want it to be too long. By my choice of camera, I don't know how this happened, but somehow when I went live, there was no camera enabled. And so you can't see me. You've only got weird writings in reverse on the screen. I am very grateful that some of you actually did stay and listen to what I have to say. I hope you share the video, invite other people to the channel, and subscribe to Thursdays, YouTube Thursdays on this page. This is the format you can expect. And there are times when it's not going to actually going to be a recorded video. Those recorded videos are either going to be videos of me traveling and sharing experiences on travels with you, or me discussing mindset augmenting topics like this. Not with great power comes responsibility. Your mind should shift towards realizing that it's actually with great responsibility that you confer great power onto yourself for the outcomes in your life. Thank you very much. It is Amma, and it's wonderful to have you here. Catch you soon, next Thursday or sometime before then, with a recorded video. Bye-bye.